Reckoning with the Wind. Hello, Wind. I haven't listened to you in a long time. Maybe I was running from you. Because every time you blew, I never wanted to remember the truths you struck my face with. There were truths I didn't want to remember. Wind. Things I preferred to forget a long time ago. Ignored and tried to cover up and deny over time. Sometimes you would come with a silent whisper, sometimes angry, and sometimes with deep sorrow. Each time I ran from you. Why did I run from you, really? Why was I afraid of your whispers? Do you remember, Wind, how I left that friend alone? How many times you reminded me? Every time you blew, you forced me to think of them. Why do you do this? I can't bear this burden anymore. Every night in the silence, when I stare at the ceiling, the sound of that loneliness echoes in my ears. You remind me of the weight of leaving someone alone, then my family, then the people I loved, then my friends. You keep bringing those moments back to me over and over. They already know, I said, didn't I? They knew, right? Or didn't they? This question constantly gnaws at me. Enough, Wind. I don't want to hear these questions. But you keep asking, repeating the same sentence countless times. You tell me, I wish you had hugged them more. I wish you had told them you loved them more. Wishes. The wishes never end. I wish I had told them I love them. I wish I had told them I love them very much. I wish I had told them I missed them so much. I wish I had told them I enjoyed the time I spent with them so much. I wish I had made them feel valuable at every opportunity. I wish I had sat one more evening and enjoyed the silence with them. I wish we had shared one more small memory, one of those simple, seemingly unimportant moments that now mean everything. I wish I had listened to them more, discovered the words hidden deep in their heart. I wish I had watched their laughter more, etched that warmth into my heart. I wish I had apologized more, to lighten the burden of the moments I hurt them. I wish I had been braver, not hesitated to express my love. I wish I had held their hands more often, because now I desperately search for that touch. I wish I had looked into their eyes longer, tried to read the story within them. I wish I could have stopped time, postponed that last farewell a little longer. I wish I had no regrets, and this silence wasn't so heavy on me now. I wish I hadn't allowed my last conversation with them to be so ordinary. I wish I had stayed by their side a little longer. Maybe then I wouldn't remember my moments with such pain. I wish I had told myself every morning when I woke up how precious their existence was. I wish I had been more patient, not allowed my unnecessary anger to upset them. I wish I could turn back time and correct all the wrongs I did. I wish I could have told them that they were always at the center of my dreams. I wish I had sought their compassion to tell my greatest fears. I wish when they looked at me, I had met their gaze longer instead of looking away. I wish instead of hiding my feelings, I had generously offered them the love within me. I wish I had realized sooner how much I missed them, how difficult life was without them. I wish I hadn't waited so long to understand that some things in life have no remedy. I wish I had clearly told my friends how important they were to me. I wish I hadn't gotten caught up in the hustle and bustle of life and neglected them. I wish I had listened to their troubles to the end instead of hanging up the phone when they called. I wish we had truly made those "let's meet sometime" days happen. I wish I had trusted them more and sincerely shared my world. I wish I had been more understanding in our arguments, given up a little on my pride. I wish I had etched our joyful moments deeper into my memory, instead of just photographing them. I wish we could have laughed more when we were together, not exaggerated simple problems so much. I wish I had been quicker to admit my mistakes and apologize for them. I wish I had understood the value of our friendships before losing them. I wish I had known the worth of friendship before being left with all these I wishes and my honesty with myself, ... Which honesty, Wind? You know, when you blow, I can't look at myself in the mirror anymore. I can't confront my own lies, my own cowardice. I live the life others wanted, not my own. Knowing this shakes me every time you blow. But repeating this, hearing it again and again, is too heavy for me. Every morning when I wake up, I avoid looking at my reflection in the mirror, because the face I see in the mirror isn't mine. I don't recognize it. It's just someone shaped by others' expectations, who walk the path drawn by others. I silenced my inner voice and perhaps received everyone's applause, but when that applause faded, the silence I heard was deafening. Now I'm lost in that silence. I wish I had the courage to chase my own dreams. I wish I could have lived my own truth instead of playing the role society wanted. Wind, when you blow and lay those truths I want to forget before me, I see the war within myself more clearly. And in this war, I defeat myself every time. There are suppressed emotions, postponed dreams, unfinished stories within me. Their burden is heavy. I'm struggling to carry it now. Asterisk, you know, Wind, most of all. I'm afraid of having missed my own life. I always watched my life like a spectator. I was never truly in it. This realization is so painful that sometimes I can't breathe. All the accumulated regrets inside me are suffocating me. Every time you blow these truths in my face, the anger and regret I feel towards myself grow. But I know I have to see this, accept it. I must confront myself, and when I look in the mirror, I must meet my own eyes, not someone else's. Maybe then I can get rid of the stranger within me. Maybe then I can create a small, unique piece of life that belongs to me. A reality that is mine, and only mine. Tell me, Wind, am I too late? Or do I still have a chance to return to myself? Because this question you ask with every gust keeps a last ray of hope alive within me. Maybe I can still do it. Maybe I can still rewrite my own story. Knowing this shakes me every time you blow. But repeating this, hearing it again and again, is too heavy for me. One night on the beach, you asked me, do I know who I am? That question rings in my ears every time you blow. Sometimes I shout back at you, yes, I know, but I'm afraid. But you ignore me. Ask again. Remind me again about my failures, my half-finished dreams, my decisions I ran from in fear. Every time you make me feel that sense of defeat, you rub my failures in my face. I know you're telling me I need to accept them, but I don't want to hear it. Leave me alone. Wind, let me forget these things. But you're trying to make sure I don't forget those I couldn't forgive, especially myself. My mistakes you remind me of every time you blow, demand accountability from me every day. Why did you do that? Why did you run? Why were you afraid? I'm tired of these questions. But you're not, are you? You keep asking again and again. You keep confronting me again and again. Those I couldn't forgive, especially myself. My mistakes you remind me of every time you blow. Demand accountability from me every day. First, I couldn't forgive myself, Wind, because I broke the promises I made to myself countless times. I repeatedly did things I swore I wouldn't do again. I broke my own rules. I chose the easy way of deceiving myself every time. I pretended to be strong to others, but I always avoided accepting the weakness within me. Instead of seeing the truth, I took refuge in my own false world. I couldn't forgive not only myself, but also the people whose hearts I broke. I didn't show understanding when I expected it, and I was impatient when I wished for patience. The traces of the wounds I left in others' lives still bother me. As I remember the hurt and disappointment on those people's faces, The unease within me intensifies. I wish I hadn't just passed through their lives so carelessly. I wish I hadn't squandered their emotions so easily. But I did it, cruelly and indifferently. And there are the crimes I committed against time. I couldn't forgive those either. Instead of valuing every moment granted to me, I constantly procrastinated. I ran from my responsibilities by saying, "I'll do it later." I disregarded the gifts time gave me, not understanding how significant those moments I considered small actually were. I lived life as a constant race, never thinking that the days I hastily consumed wouldn't come back. Now I understand, I learned. Too late to appreciate the things I didn't have. One of the things I couldn't forgive was abandoning my dreams. The passions and excitements I had as a youth, I let them go one by one, like leaves scattered in the wind. Living according to the lives others built, their ideals, seemed easier to me. Instead of listening to my inner voice, I listened to external voices. Then, silently, I became estranged from my own dreams. I no longer recognized them. I had drifted so far away. This betrayal weighs heavily on me. Turning my back on my own being, my own soul, weighs heavily. Wind, when you blow, sometimes you remind me of the small but meaningful cruelties I committed in the past. Those meaningless, tiny jealousies, the hidden feelings of competition I secretly harbored, the condescending glances, the unnecessarily harsh words I spoke. Those words might be forgotten, but they still echo within me. Those behaviors might have been disregarded, but I carry them on my back like a heavy burden. I want to forgive, but I can't, because in those moments, I could have been a better person. But I wasn't. I have to bear this responsibility. I have to accept this. And I couldn't forgive neglecting my friends either. I couldn't forgive the friends I wasn't there for when they needed me most. The people I ignored while they struggled to make their voices heard. I couldn't forgive forgetting their existence simply because of my own life's hustle and bustle. And then realizing it was too late. Not sharing their loneliness, not listening to their troubles, is one of the deepest wounds etched in my soul. And the most painful thing I can't forgive, the thing I need to forgive the most, my cowardice. I can't forgive those countless moments where I lacked courage, the opportunities I missed because of my fears, the steps I didn't take. I can't forgive the times I knew what I needed to do, but couldn't act, hiding behind my fears and not living my life. This cowardice is a guilt that shuns me the most, gnaws at me, and keeps me awake at night, Doc. So when you blow, wind, those I couldn't forgive come alive again. Every gust reminds me of those regrets, mistakes, weaknesses, opening deep wounds in my soul. Maybe one day I can learn to forgive. Maybe one day I can be a little more compassionate towards myself. But today, right now, because of the truths, you blow in my face every time, I can't succeed. Maybe I have to live by carrying this burden. Maybe I'll never learn to forgive. But I know, Wind, as long as you remind me of my mistakes, at least I won't forget them. I won't run from them. I won't be afraid to confront them. And maybe one day, when I truly face them, when the moment comes, that I'm ready to forgive, you'll blow more gently within me. Until that day, you'll continue to shake me with every gust. I accept this now, because forgiveness will only be possible after a true confrontation. Until that day, I owe it to myself to carry this burden. You know, Wind, sometimes I hate you. Sometimes I get angry at you. I want to shout at you. Leave me alone. But then I understand the one I'm shouting at isn't you. It's myself. The one I'm running from isn't you. It's me. You know, Wind, sometimes I hate you. Sometimes I get angry. At you, I want to shout at you. Leave me alone. But then I understand the one I'm shouting at isn't you. It's myself. The one I'm running from isn't you. It's me. Because you are just an echo of the voice within me. You are a mirror that throws what I hide in my face, that brings what I ignore before me. Every time I shout at you, I'm actually confronting my own fragility. Every harsh word I say to you is actually what I couldn't say to myself. Instead of finding a way to express the pain, regrets, anger, and failures I hide within, I load them onto the wind. It's easier for me to blame you, to give the burden to you. Perhaps the real problem is my choice of this easy path. Instead of clearly revealing the storms within me, the suppressed emotions, the truths I ignore, I try to ignore them. That's why I'm angry at you. Every time you blow, all those emotions I tried to deny resurface. I can't escape you, because when I try to escape, it's you who catches me. It's still you who appears where I hide. Yet, if I had tried to accept my own fears, my own truths, instead of blaming you, perhaps I would have already felt lighter. But I never had the courage to do that. I always wanted to appear stronger, more resilient. I was always afraid of looking weak in people's eyes, of confronting my own weaknesses. That's why I saw you as an enemy. I declared you guilty. I acted as if you were the sole cause of my inner conflicts. Yet, you were just telling me about myself. Every time you blow, I get a little angrier at you. Your harsh and stubborn gusts remind me again of everything I want to forget. You show me again how I lost my dreams, how my courage was broken, how I couldn't overcome the walls I built around myself. Sometimes I tell you to stop. Enough. I don't want to hear these things. But I know you are telling me what I need to hear. Perhaps you are the only thing that tells me the truth. Wind. Sometimes I think, I wish I could be as honest as you. I wish I could be as clear, as open as you in expressing my feelings. But I always chose to hide. I preferred to live in false happiness rather than accept the truth. That's why I'm angry at you. I'm angry at you for not letting me hide, for forcing me to confront myself as I am. You know, when you blow, sometimes I want to get rid of you. I want to silence you, to run away from here so I don't hear your voice. But then I understand that running from you means running from myself. And I've tried that countless times, each time finding myself in the same place. Because the place I'm running from isn't actually you. The place I'm running from is my own reality, my own life. For years, I lived with the lies I told myself. For years, I tried to survive by suppressing my own truths, my own feelings. But you, even with your gentle gusts, expose everything I suppressed. That's why sometimes I truly don't love you, wind. I don't love you because you leave me bare. You strip my soul. You leave me nowhere to hide. But perhaps I should be grateful to you, because if it weren't for you, perhaps I couldn't have delved so deep within myself. If it weren't for you, perhaps I couldn't have seen so clearly what I did wrong, what I ran from, which wounds I couldn't heal. Even though I'm angry at you for confronting me with the truth, I know that these confrontations will ultimately make me stronger, more real. Even though I blame you, even though I run from you, to tell the truth, I need you. Perhaps one day I'll stop blaming you. Perhaps one day I'll succeed in seeing you not as an enemy, but as a companion. I don't know if I can love you when that day comes, but I do know that until that day, you'll continue to remind me of what I don't want to hear every time you blow. You'll tell me everything I tried to forget. And maybe, in time, I'll learn to be less angry with you, because now I know that my anger towards you is actually towards myself. When I shout at you, I'm actually shouting at myself. Every word I say to you actually pierces my own heart. And one day, when I truly face all this, I won't look at you, but at my own eyes, and I'll say, I won't run anymore, wind. I won't hate you anymore. I won't run from myself anymore, because you are a part of me, and I am a part of you. We exist together we will continue to live together. And the moment I accept this, both of us will be free. When you blow softly, your sorrowful whisper sometimes shatters me. I want to forget. I want to give up, but I can't, because you know that I can. Heal without confronting. I know you keep repeating everything, tirelessly, patiently, ... Because now I understand. I cannot be free without facing the truth. Yes, wind. Maybe you repeat the same truths countless times. Maybe I run from you countless times, but now I understand. Now, I understand that the more one runs, the closer the truths get. The more I close my eyes, the more the darkness within me grows. There's no longer any place to run. That's why I'm listening to you now. Shake me, remind me, confront me. Now I understand that the more one runs, the closer the truths get. The more I close my eyes, the more the darkness within me grows. There's no longer any place to run. That's why I'm listening to you now. Shake me, remind me, confront me. Listening to you isn't easy, wind, because every time you blow, you revive everything I thought I'd forgotten within me. You bring every suppressed emotion back to the surface. But now I know that running is not the answer. Every time I run, the truths find me with deeper pain. The more I close my eyes, the more my darkness pulls me in. That's why I've stopped now. Now I've dared to listen to you. Come on, tell me now. Blow all the truths in my face. Tell me what I couldn't dare to do, what I tried to forget, everything I struggled to run from. Show me myself. Tell me clearly what kind of person I am. I won't try to silence you anymore. No matter how harsh your voice, no matter how much your words hurt, I want to hear you. Remind me of the dreams I abandoned. Show me how I sacrificed great dreams for small fears. Confront me with my younger self. Compare me with the brave and hopeful me who smiled at the future. Tell me how I became the person I am now. Tell me how the fire within me went out. Maybe I can manage to light it again. Shake me by reminding me of the loves I neglected. Lay before me the friendships I ignored, the hearts I broke. Show me the consequences of my carelessness. Ask me to account for the harm I caused, knowingly or unknowingly, because I don't want to run anymore. I've finally seen how exhausting running is, how it increases my burden instead of lessening it. Remind me how I wasted time. Lay before me the moments I brushed aside by saying later, the moments I postponed. Tell me about the opportunities I missed, the beauties I couldn't experience. Perhaps I'll suffer while remembering. Perhaps it will hurt, but this time I want to reach the truth by going through the pain. Because the pain of truths is much more bearable than the unease caused by lies. Confront me with my fears. Make me look them directly in the eye. I want to finally know the fears hidden within me, the secret ones that govern my every step. I know that only if I know them can I defeat them. I know that if I accept them, I can overcome them. Confronting is hard, I know, but I have no other choice left. Come on, wind, now is the time. Now completely expose me. Don't leave me any place to run, any place to hide. Break down all my inner defenses. Leave me bare, face to face with the truths. Tell me everything I'm afraid of openly. Shout it in my face. Show me how fragile I am. Maybe then I'll finally learn to be honest with myself. I'm not afraid of you anymore, because you are actually my hidden, suppressed, silenced voice within me. I choose to listen to you now instead of silencing you, because if I listen to you, I can finally hear myself. Perhaps the darkness within me can be enlightened this way. Perhaps by listening to you, I can regain the parts of myself I lost. Remind me of all my I wish, ease, the regrets I keep hidden inside. Shake me so I don't make the same mistakes again. Tell me the truths so I don't drown in my lies anymore. Because hearing your voice means seeing the truth. And even if seeing the truth hurts, It's the only way to heal. I'm listening to you now with all my heart. Whatever is within you, pour it all out. Give me back my reality. Because I'm no longer listening to you. I'm actually listening to myself. My own inner voice, my own truth. And as I do this, I know that only by facing these truths can I succeed in loving myself again. Only by encountering these truths can I make my life meaningful again. I'm not running anymore, not hiding from you. Instead of seeing you as an enemy, I now greet you as a friend who will change my life. No matter how heavy what you have to say is, I will bear it, because I understand there's no escape. I understand that running only makes the truths reach me faster. I'm here now, before you. Say whatever you're going to say, wind. Shake me, confront me, remind me. Because I know that only through what you say can I find myself again. Only by listening to you can I heal. I'm here now, and I don't want to run from here. I want to stay here and walk towards myself with you. Because only now, by listening to you, can I truly get closer to myself. Because now I understand. I may not be able to change the past, but I can learn to live with it. With the power of acceptance, by learning from my mistakes, I can breathe. Again, and you, dear wind, you are giving me this opportunity for confrontation. Now, I am ready to face your breath. I am ready to make peace with myself, with the truths, and with the past. You continue to blow, and I will continue to listen. My reckoning with the wind continues. And you, dear wind, you are giving me this opportunity for confrontation. Now, I am ready to face your breath. I am ready to make peace with myself, with the truths, and with the past. You continue to blow, and I will continue to listen, because I know that running away no longer benefits me. For years I ran. From truths, from responsibilities, from emotions, I always postponed confronting myself. I turned my head from mirrors. I closed my eyes to memories. But each time, you, wind, found me. You asked the same questions tirelessly, relentlessly, sometimes with whispers, sometimes with angry shouts. You always reminded me of the same thing. Running is not the solution. Confrontation is the only way out. Now, I have started to hear you. Your whispers now come clearer to me. Every word you say, every story you tell, is now a mirror of my own inner world. I'm not trying to silence you, because I've understood that silencing you means silencing myself. It means not being honest with myself. But I no longer want to run from this. I've finally seen how much running has tired and consumed me. Come on, tell me now. Tell me about myself. Tell me so that I can find the lost pieces within myself again. Tell me so that I can rediscover the paths I lost. While listening to you, perhaps I will sometimes be hurt, sometimes deeply shaken by pain. I know this. But I know that this hurt is necessary to get me back on my feet. This shaking will give me a new direction. It will bring back the courage I lost. I no longer blame you, wind. I used to direct my anger at you, curse your gusts. But now I see that without your gusts, I would never have heard the voice within. Me, I am learning to thank you now instead of blaming you, because you are the one who shows me the truths, who confronts me with the truths. You are the one who blows towards me when I run, the one who reminds me of myself. You reminded me of those I couldn't forgive. You laid before me the mistakes I made, the loves I neglected, the friendships I lost. It wasn't easy for me to accept these. With every truth you reminded me of, heavy burdens piled onto my shoulders. But now, instead of being crushed under these burdens, I am learning to carry them. I realize that I can now walk with them. Your gusts reminded me of my, I wish, ease. You laid before me the regrets I felt for not hugging more, for not showing my love more, for not being braver. These, I wishes sometimes felt like daggers piercing my heart. But now, instead of removing those daggers, I am learning to accept them. Because I know those, I wish these will be lessons for me, so I don't make the same mistakes in the future. Thanks to you, I now understand that the only result of avoiding facing the truth is to suffer greater pain. As I refuse to face the time stolen from my life, the lost dreams, the missed opportunities only increased. Now, in the light of this realization, I have decided to make peace with my past. I am ready to forgive the hurts, regrets, and I wish ease within that past. I know this forgiveness process will be long, but I will no longer run. Slowly, patiently, I will learn to forgive. Wind, you are actually a loyal friend walking with me on this long journey. Even if your harsh gusts sometimes hurt, they now feel like the warnings of a true friend who is trying to protect and look after me. You tell me what I need to hear. That's why I no longer resist you. That's why I'm not trying to silence you. I accept you now. I listen to your gusts in silence. Thank you for telling me about the darkness within me, the stories I tried to forget every time you blow. Thank you for giving me the courage to face myself, for showing me the truths. After this confrontation, by listening to you, I am ready to open a new chapter in my life. Perhaps this new chapter won't be easy. Perhaps there will be new difficulties, new struggles ahead of me. But I know that I won't be the same as before, because now I have the courage within me that comes from facing the truth. Because now I have the peace in my heart that comes from making peace with my past. You continue to blow, dear wind, and I will continue to listen to you, because listening to you means listening to myself. Hearing you means hearing my own inner voice, and this inner voice gives me the courage to live again. That's why, with your gusts, despite all the truths, despite all the pain, I am ready to start life anew. As long as you continue to blow within me, I will continue to walk, change, and grow. You blow, I'll listen. You remind, I'll confront. Because I know that only with you can I truly be free. Reborn with every gust, because I'm not running anymore. I'm here now, facing you, facing myself. I know this reckoning will never end. It will start again and again with every gust. But I'm not afraid of it anymore. Because thanks to these confrontations, I am being reborn because I'm not running anymore. I'm here now, facing you, facing myself. I know this reckoning will never end. It will start again and again with every gust. But I'm not afraid of it anymore. Because thanks to these confrontations, I am being reborn. Yes, dear wind, I feel you now. When you blow, I realize that a new strength is awakening within me, because now I have learned to accept myself as I am, my flaws, my mistakes, my weaknesses, and most importantly, I've learned to love myself. Now I know I am not just my mistakes. I am much more than them. One of the greatest lessons these confrontations have taught me is this: making mistakes, being flawed, is part of being human. And I now embrace the beauty, depth, and meaning of being human. Whereas before I would reject and run from my inner fears, now by accepting them, by walking with them, I see that I have found the strength within me. Wind, I can now clearly see the growing self-confidence within me when you blow. Because now, I listen not to external voices, but to my own inner voice. I live not according to others' truths, but according to my own truths. I no longer follow others' expectations, but the desires of my own heart. That's why there is peace within me now. A deep, calm, and strong peace. I understand now that my past experiences, the wounds I received, the pain I endured, have shaped. And me? Before, I wanted to forget them, to deny them. But now I realize that all those experiences have transformed me into a wiser, more understanding, stronger person. Every pain I experienced, every lesson I learned, has made me who I am today. And I love who I am today. I am now at peace with the person I see in the mirror. I can smile at them now because I know that the person I see in the mirror is no longer the person others wanted me to be, but the person I want to be. And this gives me infinite strength and happiness. As I accept the darkness within me, I also find the light needed to illuminate it. I used to be afraid of being alone. Now I understand how precious it is to be with myself, to meet my inner voice. The voice I hear in the silence of solitude is the voice of my own heart. And I am now navigating life by listening to that voice. Spending time with myself no longer frightens me. On the contrary, it strengthens me and gives me new life. I am braver now. I now confront the truths I used to be afraid to face, because I know that facing truths is the first step to changing them. Instead of running, one must bravely walk towards life's difficulties. That's when life changes and I change. As I become braver, my life becomes more beautiful, more meaningful. Thanks to this courage, I can now take more risks. I'm not afraid to pursue my dreams. I do what my heart tells me, because I know that life is too short not to do what we truly want. This realization gives me energy. It gives me hope. I now look at the future not with fear, but with excitement and curiosity. Wind, by listening to you, by confronting you, I have removed the limits within me. I no longer limit myself. I want to see what I can do, what I can achieve. I am now ready to discover myself, to overcome my own boundaries. I know I can succeed in this because I believe in myself now, and I know that every day is a new beginning. I have a chance to be reborn every day. I embrace myself with my mistakes, my flaws, my shortcomings, because they are all a part of me. And when I accept them, I become even stronger. I am no longer ashamed of my past. I am proud of my past, because that past gave me the consciousness, self-confidence, and hope I have today. These confrontations have given me the courage to change my life. I am now taking steps to make my life more meaningful. I value myself. I make time for myself. I express my love to people more openly. I believe in the power of forgiveness. I am now letting go of the burdens I carry in my heart, because forgiveness brings me peace and happiness. Life is no longer a burden for me, but a gift. Every morning when I open my eyes, I wonder what a new day will bring me. I know that new beginnings, new discoveries await me. This feeling binds me more tightly to life, allowing me to perceive all its beauties. Thanks to you, I no longer feel alone, wind, because I know that the voice within me will always be with me. Every time you blow, you will remind me of the truths. This no longer frightens me. On the contrary, it motivates me. As long as you tell me the truths, I will continue to walk on the right path. So here I am now. I trust myself. I am at peace with my past, content with my present self, and I look at the future with hope. With every confrontation with you, I grow stronger. Now I know that life becomes beautiful when we accept ourselves as we are. Our lives gain meaning as we learn to love ourselves. I know I still have much to learn on this long journey, but I'm not afraid of it anymore, because I know that every moment of this journey will be good for me. It will make me a better person. I have accepted the darkness within me and succeeded in illuminating it. This has given me endless power. I now believe I can do anything. And dear wind, I thank you for reminding me of this. Thank you for giving me courage, for confronting me with truths, for giving me a chance to be reborn. You keep blowing, and I will keep listening to you, because the more I listen to you, the closer I get to myself. The more I hear you, the stronger I become. That's why I'm not running anymore. I'm here now, facing you, facing myself. I know this. Reckoning will never end. It will start again and again with every gust, but I'm not afraid of it anymore. Because thanks to these confrontations, I am being reborn.